Assalamu alaikum, dear learners. Um, Today I want to discuss with you the most important aspect, that's narration. And already I have discussed with you the narration part 1, part 2, and part 3. And today I want to discuss with you narration part 4. This narration part 4 will help you to sense narration from direct to indirect. Okay, if you just continue my videos from the beginning to the last, you will have a clear idea how can you sense narration from easily from direct to indirect. No more what, my dear students, please try to concentrate to my class deeply and try to understand the changing system process procedure of narration say effectively. Please look at this. I have written today. Already I have discussed with you the narration changing of narration from direct to indirect, of assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, and imperative sentence. Today I want to discuss with you optative sentence and exclamatory sentence. Okay, please look at this. In inverted comma, if we get may plus subject plus verb plus extension, or long live plus subject plus extension, or I wish plus subject plus extension, then we have to think that this is an optative sentence, and we have to say according to this, instead of said there will be prayed. If we get may or long live, okay, instead of said there will be prayed. And to delete inverted comma, we have to set up that. Okay, and if we get I wish, this I wish will just come to the place of said, and said will be transformed into wished. Okay, and to delete inverted comma, we have to set up that. Then our sentence will be completed. Please look at the sentence here. May you be happy. May you be happy. This is optative sentence. Okay. And if you want to change it from direct to indirect, then you have to change the said. So I have written here Rupa prayed. Said will be prayed. Okay. Rupa prayed me, to delete inverted comma, that. Okay. And you have to make the sentence assertive. All the time, no sentence will remain in indirect sentence without assertive sentence. So assertive sentence, how will you make assertive sentence? At the beginning of the sentence there will be the subject, then verb, then extension. So think, may you be happy, this is the sentence, and you is the subject, may is the verb, and be also, and happy is the extension. So you may write down, you may be happy. Now, since you may be happy, you will indicate the object of repeating verb, and you is in the position of subject. So subject of repeating object will be I. Okay, the subject of me is I, so I will be set here instead of me. And if you get may will be might, and be happy, be happy. So this is the changing. Okay, now let's go to the second sentence. Ernest said to her, long live our president. Okay, Ernest said to her, long live our president. And how will you change this? Please look at this. Ernest prayed to her, or Ernest prayed her. Okay, we will delete to okay. Ernest prayed her. Into delete inverted comma, we have to set up here that. Okay, our president, our will be changed because Ernest and her, this is the another person. In that person, I am not included. So our will be changed into their. So their president, this is the subject, and might is the verb, live long. Okay, in this way this changing will be done. So you have got the idea. Now I am going to discuss with you the rest of the sentence of optative sentence. Okay, if you get optative sentence starting with I wish, this I wish will be changed. That means will come, which will come at the place of said. So make it indirect. Poppy wished. To delete inverted comma, we have to use here that, I will indicate the this is subject of repeating verb. So puppy, instead of puppy, there will be the she. Okay, I is in the position of subject. So the the pronoun of the puppy will be she. Okay, where will not be changed because this is in this sentence there is impossibility. Okay, if you get impossibility in a sentence, why won't be changed because why has been used here just to make the meaning of the sentence impossibility. Okay, so why will be why just like why no sense to be done. So this is the process. Okay, perhaps you have got the idea how can we sense optative sentence. To sense optative sentence, said will be prayed and wished, and to delete inverted comma there will be that. Okay, we have to use here that. If we use this, okay, so if we sense this sentence in this way or these sentences in this way, our sentence sending will be completed. Okay, now just I'm having a practice on this sentence. Please look at the board. Now dear student, please look at the board and do it individually after giving pause in your set. Okay, and just for doing this I'm giving you only 5 minutes. Okay, within 5 minutes try to complete your writing. Okay, perhaps you have done it within 5 minutes. Now, I'm just helping you. How can we sense this? Now, you will similarize your writing with me. Okay. Now, look at the first sentence. We have got here, may Allah bless you. Okay. The sentence has been started with may. So, we have to write down here. We have to write down here. She prayed. She prayed me that we came to know that to delete inverted comma we have to use here that. Allah is the subject, so Allah might bless you. You is in the position of object, so you will indicate the object of repeating verb. At the place of you there will be me, so me. Now let's go to the second sentence. Sakib said to Motin, long live our headmaster. So Sakib prayed Motin that our will be sensed, okay, into their headmaster might live long. This is the sentence. Now let's go to the third sentence. Here we have got here I wish. So I wish will be deleted, and I wish will come at the place of said. Okay, wish will come at the place of said. Polly wished Mimi. To delete inverted comma we have to use here that. I will be transformed into that. I will indicate to Polly. So instead of Polly there will be the pronoun she. Had on been sensed the wings of a bird. This is the sentence. Now let's go to the fourth sentence. Here sentence number 4. Here may you be success. So the sentence will be I prayed Rupa that that you will indicate the pronoun of the repeating verb. So here will be she. She might be successful. She might be successful. Okay. Now let's come to the sentence number 5. There, I wish. The sentence will be started with I wish. So Tania wished that. I will indicate the subject. So here will be she were a child again. So this is the practice of optative sentence. Perhaps you have got the idea how can you sense optative sentence. Okay, dear students, this sensing will help you to sense from direct to indirect in a passage narration. Okay, now we are going to discuss with you about the exclamatory sentence. Okay, dear students, this is about exclamatory sentence. Okay, just I'm going to discuss now about the exclamatory sentence. So if we get repeated space or inverted comma, this type of sentences, what plus determinant plus noun plus subject plus verb plus note of exclamation. So if we get note of exclamation, then we have to transform the sentence, and if the meaning of the sentence expresses the delight, or you can say if the sentence is joyful sentence, if it give us gives us, we can say, delight, joy, then we have to transform the assertive into exclaimed with joy and told. Okay, we have to say said, exclaimed with joy and told by these words. Okay, and to delete inverted comma, we have to set up here that. And if it expresses the sorrow or grief, okay, if the sentence is sorrowful, then we have to transform. Okay, so we have to say said with the words exclaimed with sorrow and told. So at the place of said, there will be exclaimed with sorrow and told. If it expresses the delight or joy, then it will be exclaimed with sorrow, joy and told. Exclaimed with joy and told. We can set up instead of exclaimed synonymous word, such kind of word, shouted in joy, cried out in joy. And also we can say if the sentences expresses the sorrowful or grief, exclaimed with sorrow or cried out in sorrow, or we can say shouted in sorrow. Okay, this synonymous word can be used instead of exclaimed. And to delete inverted comma, we have to set up here that. Okay, now please go to the sentence. Okay, now we are just having a practice on these sentences. Now, please look at this. What a beautiful bird it is. Now we have to write down Rita, Exclaii exclaimed with joy and told that. We have used here exclaimed with joy because what a beautiful bird it is. It expresses the delight, okay, enjoyment. So we have to write down here exclaimed with joy and told. To delete invert comma, we have to use here that. Now, another activities we have to do all the time. Already I have told you that these sentences will be transformed into assertive sentence. And we know the process of changing the assertive sentence from exclamatory sentence. That is, at the beginning of the sentence there will be the subject. At the last of the sentence there is the subject and verb. This subject and verb will come at the first place. Okay. So It, if we get is, there will be was. It was. Now, what will transform into very? Okay, very. So, a very beautiful, beautiful bird. Bird. We have to say the sentence assertive sentence all the time. So how will be the assertive sentence? At the beginning of the sentence there will be the subject, then verb, then what will or how, what and how that will sensed into very. Okay. So a very, and we know that article will set up before adverb, a very beautiful bird. So this is the same thing. Now let's discuss about the second sentence. This is the first sentence, and this is the second sentence, and this is the third sentence. Okay. Shamima said to Bobita, how pathetic the scenery is. We came to know from this sentence that it expresses the pathetic, that means sorrow. It expresses the sorrowness. So how will you sense this? Now, Shamima, exclaim, it exclaimed with sorrow and told Bobita that. Now we have to send the sentence into assertive. Scenery is the subject and is the verb. So the scenery was, we have got here is, so is will transformed into will be transformed into was. Okay, was very, and how will be transformed into very pathetic. This is the process, and through this process you can sense from direct to indirect. Now let's discuss about the last one. Okay, rest of the sentence. So we have got here hurrah. Okay, that's expressing the delight. Okay, joy. So Babul exclaimed with joy and told Hamim to delete inverted comma, we have to use here that, and hurrah, that will be deleted. Okay, omitted. So we have got here we will be transformed into they, because in the subject and object of reporting verb there is no we. So they have, that have will be transformed into had the game. Sorry, there will be the on. Okay, on the game. Okay, they had on the game. Okay, so this is the same thing. If we get in reported speech, if we get hurrah, we have on the game. Hurrah, that will transform into exclaimed with joy and told to delete inverted comma, we have to use here that. And now we will transform into they, because Babul and Hamim, this is the, we can say, another person. There is no we can say availability of myself. So we will be they, and have will transform into had. Okay, on the game. This is the same thing. Perhaps dear students, you have got the idea how can you change exclamatory sentence from direct to indirect. Now I'm just having a practice on this sentence. Please look at the page. Now dear student, after giving pause in your set, try to do it individually. Okay, and do it within 6 minutes. I'm just giving you 6 minutes. Within 6 minutes, try to complete your writing. Okay, dear students, perhaps you have done these activities by yourself individually. Now, summarize your writing with me. Okay, just I'm discussing this. Please look at this. What a nice tree it is. So, this is a delightful sentence, and we have to say said, uh, exclaimed, exclaimed with joy, joy, and told me, he exclaimed with joy and told me to delete inverted comma that, and we have to transform the assertive exclaimed sentence into assertive sentence. So it is the subject and is the verb. So it is will be transformed into was. It was a very nice tree. It was very nice tree. Okay, this is the sentence. Now let's discuss about the second sentence. Here, Polly, how tragic the accident is. So how tragic the accident is, it's the pathetic sentence. It expresses the sorrow. Okay, sorrowness. Please look at this. Polly exclaimed with sorrow and told me that to delete inverted comma we have to use that. Okay, now we have to make the sentence assertive. The accident is, okay, the accident was very tragic. The accident was very tragic. Now this is the assertive sentence because the accident is the subject and was is the verb. Then very tragic the extension. Okay, now let's discuss about the third sentence. Okay, just I'm writing here indirect. Okay. Dipti said to Molly, "Alas, I'm undone." So this expresses the soreness. Okay. Deeply exclaimed or shouted or cried out, exclaimed with sorrow and told Molly that I will indicate deeply. So instead of deeply, the pronoun will be she, and we have to write down the first alphabet of the name because deeply and Molly both are female. So if we write down here she, it may mean to Polly, it may mean to deeply. But if we write down the first alphabet, no sense will be mean to the object. Okay, so deeply M will be transformed into was, undone. Okay, this is the sentence. Now let's discuss about the sentence number 4. Okay, A plus. I have to write down here A plus here. Now, dear student, hurrah! I have got A plus. Okay, this is the delightful sentence. So to make it indirect, there will be she exclaimed or shouted or cried out with joy and told me that hurrah, that will be deleted, and hurrah has entered into the exclaimed with joy. Okay, so hurrah will be deleted. Now we have to set up say I will just indicate the subject. Okay, subject is she, so she will be set here. Now have will transformed into had got A plus. Okay, this is the sentence. Now let's discuss rest of the sentence. Runa said to me, okay, what a fool you are. Okay, so the sentence expresses the sorrowness. So Runa exclaimed with sorrow and told me that you will indicate me, so I was a great. What will transform into great? Okay, great fool. Okay, dear students, perhaps you have got the idea how can we sense optative sentence and assertive sentence. And this is my just small efforts just to give you true shape of changing the rules of optative sentence and exclamatory sentence. Okay, I think and I do believe that you will do very well in your practice to sense narration from direct to indirect. So no more what now. See you in the next class. Till then, you take care. Thank you very much.